Ladies and gents, Six Figs here from YouTube. In this video, we're going to be talking about everything Dfinity, everything Internet Computer. We'll even go over the charts at the end. So let's just dive right into this. Got a tweet out of Dfinity. Big thanks to all who joined our first Dfinity hosted ICP community meetup at the new headquarters. I want to visit Zurich or wherever this headquarters is. It says new, so I don't know if they moved out of the old building or what. But definitely looks like a good time. They got some killer artwork. By Candace, absolutely. And yeah, looks like a pretty sick event. We got a tweet out of the one and only, folks, Dominic Williams, another very cool ICP streaming project. The Internet Computer is the only blockchain capable of storing and streaming media. Forthcoming immutable data features soon to reduce an already low smart contract memory cost. So this is cool, and he's talking about only tracks, and this is an interesting project that will allow music creators to really monetize their music. So I personally am subscribed to like Soundstripe, things like that, to get a lot of music for some of the videos that I do. I would love to replace that and support a lot of these creators directly. So I'm not sure what that all entails, what the memberships look like, or how the pricing schedule will work. But I do have an offer out to Tracks to maybe do a little interview, see what their stuff is all about. You guys got to check this out. Dfinity hosted a space yesterday, and it was lit. They had Scott Page, who is the saxophonist for like a bunch of bands, Pink Floyd, Toto, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It was just a great conversation, really about like NFTs and stuff like that. So you're going to want to make sure that you just go over and play it or download this session because it kicked ass. We got a tweet out of IC Kitties. Nobody better mess with my IC Kitties. I love this project simply because it reminds me of the old game called Worms. And man, I've played this Pause Arena. It's a killer game. In fact, I will go ahead and throw up a video at this end screen for you to watch Pause Arena, especially if you were a Worms fan. Sick. So they got a new map here that I'm going to try to find somebody to play that with. Retweet from Emilio. This thread explains perfectly how big are the steps forward that the Internet Computer Protocol has taken in the last year. And Lomesh had gone ahead and discovered some data. Says ICP was 11th ranked in total monthly active developers and 12th in full-time developers. So we got some serious competition from a lot of these other chains. But hey, ICP is right in that top 20, top 15, almost in the top 10 chains with like crazy development. With the exception of like Solana, if you're looking to diversify your portfolios, things like that, these might be some good projects to look into. Of course, my priorities are at ICP. Let's just check the markets here. We got crypto bubbles. ICP is up 5.3%. Up 47% on the month. Couple other coins. Where's Bitcoin? I want to see what Bitcoin's doing. It's not even on here. Let's go to the charts. So in yesterday's technical analysis, I was kind of saying how we've got to watch out for this head and shoulders pattern. And I do think that this could still be in play. We just need to kind of wait to see what happens. This is kind of an unusual like pattern or price structure, but I do think that especially this will be more unusual if we start to see the candles start ripping off like that. But it is what it is. So I do think that we need to take a peek at this on the weekly schedule, and we'll just kind of dial into the hourly schedule. I think, folks, that on this weekly, we are still gearing up to see ICP quite possibly just reach over the next few weeks up to this $8.50 level. I do think that's where we will get a lot of resistance still. Let's just scoot on over to the daily. We can see, I'm just going to go ahead here and clear all these lines. we can see how price action came up to this 200 moving average on the daily, and it got rejected several times. You know, it's an interesting situation, but on the daily, folks, we are still above the Ichimoku cloud. And like I've been saying, I do think that we might see price action just kind of trade sideways and bounce into this 50 moving average. And maybe we will get some sort of ascending triangle or something of that nature. But I do think that is possibly the play on the daily chart for ICP. I'd love to see this thing start running. Let's just look at the hourly chart. Let's just get this going here. So here's the hourly chart, folks. I mean, damn, you guys can kind of see we almost have an inverse head and shoulders that did happen here. So there is a clear neckline somewhere in that neighborhood, and almost looks like we are seeing a little bit of resistance at this neckline here. So it's an interesting situation that's going on right now. I mean, this is a really tough price action to kind of trade. In my opinion, we're really not seeing anything concrete. And like I was kind of mentioning before, my thoughts were we could possibly see some sort of head and shoulders pattern, but that does not look like it could be the case anymore. So, I mean, we might be gearing up to see some sort of greater Elliott wave theory move to the upside. We'll just have to keep an eye on this price action, folks. When it's really choppy like this, it's tough to kind of tell where things are going. It's tough to tell when things are getting manipulated. But I do think that things are looking good for ICP, and we'll just kind of keep tabs on this throughout the weekend. So check out this IC Kitties video that I did a couple months back. We'll see you guys all in the next video.